We're all going over this boulevard. You know where we're going. We have 2 chase cars on each side of the highway. Everybody knows who they are. Okay. Push them on. And then Dempsey when he shows up, and then I'll be backing you up facing this with one of our more cars. Anyway, one of our cars maybe. All right, real quick. Our mayor will say a few words.
I just wanted to welcome everybody here and say thanks, because when Mike won the award to run the checkpoints, first thing he did was he gave credit when he was at the town council to everybody that runs with him, which is all of you. And you know, when I'm in here and I see this, I realize what a great deal it is, and it's just great that it's going to be on television so the people in your towns and the county can see what you're doing, because it's a great thing. And he was just praising everybody in here beyond belief that he could have never won it. And I can see it. So the only thing I can say is on behalf of the town, and I'm sure I speak for people in the county, the residents in the state who always compliment, I think it's great that they're going to be actually able to see what goes on a night like tonight. The only thing I wish is God bless, and take care of yourselves tonight. Good luck.
When we first started this, we realized that the efficiency of the checkpoints, the only way we can make them efficient is that we have to keep the officers at the scene. If they had to leave to go back to their jurisdictions to process the prisoner, make the arrest, and do the DUI, it's cost us manpower hours. So what we did was, Wilmington gave us their command posts, and this one here, we've been using it for the past 8 years. There's a toxizer in there. There's an area where we can process, do our paperwork, and of course, it's like an assembly line. We keep moving quickly. Plus, once the officer's done with their prisoner, they get back on the line and continue working, you know, the 4, 5, 6, 8-hour shift that we work. Yeah. So very efficient. Without that, you will lose manpower, and the checkpoint could become unsafe. DUI training that they go through, not just for the apprehension, but also for the testing and for the arrest, and of course the bottom line, convicting somebody of DUI. And that's the toughest thing, especially when you have some good lawyers. But these guys are specialized in this. This is their field, you know? Yeah. So it works out real well. We have a canine here. Her responsibility is if we get basically a person that possibly has drugs, the dog is trained to search the vehicle for drugs. And we get a lot of drugs through these checkpoints. So everything works out real well. Every agency in Newcastle County is represented here. Every agency in Newcastle County, including Delaware State Police. You also have Capitol Police. You have DEMREC here. You know, you have you know, Wilmington, the county, the state, Newport, Ellesmere, Newark, you name it, they're here. 100 people that are sworn to do these checkpoints in Newcastle County. Everybody has a job here, and like when we go to a bad area, to give an example, when we go to an area where we know there could be a high crime area and a lot of drugs and possible weapons, we have backups for every chase car. So if we chase, we also have a backup unit for that chase car. Oh, in this situation here, we don't. We just have, you know, 1 or 2 cars, maybe 3. You know, we're going to be here within an hour. Between cell phones and texts going out, you got your first one here.
How big was that? We got a couple beers.
You got PBT? Really, my man there don't have no license.
Okay.
He said he's drunk. He said he's drunk.
I've been drinking.
He said he's drunk as hell.
I've been drinking.
So then step out of the vehicle for me, all right?
He got no license. You can't find insurance or proof insurance. At least you're honest. Come on back.
Insurance in there.
All right, we'll find it. Come on back.
My brother, I ain't that drunk. But I mean, I've been drinking. I've been drinking too much.
Back here, sir.
Too much. I ever come up to him and said, I'm drunk as hell. I said, how much did I drink? He said, too damn much. He said, I'm drunk as hell. I shouldn't have been driving. He said, William, I said, where's your license? He goes, lost of a DUI. Because I ain't got a license. So, you know, that's a shame. 4 times legal limit, they're behind the wheel of a car. When you're blowing above a 3.0, that's pretty scary. That's pretty scary. He's a felon. He could be incarcerated for a few days, but then he's innocent until proven guilty. I mean, so there's got to be a trial. Once he's convicted as a felon, he'll go to jail for at least 6 months to a year, pay a large fine, and lose his license. He hasn't had a license. He hasn't had a license since he's been suspended since 1990. So he ain't had a license for 19 years. So he's not going to go back to the DMV and get a license any damn way. It's either a 7th grade offense. We're going to verify it on the computer. So he could be a 7th offender, or he could be an 8th offender. So it's pretty bad. Busy night, 2 at a time. A lot of times they realize that I'm not going to turn and try to take off. I'm just going to go right through the darn thing. So you got to be careful now
especially the officers working the line, because you get somebody that's just going to blow right through here, and they, God forbid, something would happen, you could get run over. So this is, as it gets later and later, actually it gets worse. As it backs up, you can't get out of the way. You know what I'm saying, dude? But now you got to be careful. And these guys know that, you know. It's also important to note that everybody that we've stopped here, or anybody that we arrested, anybody we've taken into custody, always has to be presumed innocent until we, of course, prove them guilty in a court of law.